What's going on, guys? Jesse Rush from Flinga Bows.
And I just wanted to show you the whole process. Once you get it down to where you are past using the draw knife to take wood off, large amounts of wood, and you get it down to where you're starting to tiller, then you can use a scraper. It's a homemade scraper. These are the two scrapers that I like to use. This one's circular for when you're going cross section. And this one's flat when you're going long. On anything rounded, you want to use a flat one. Anything flat, you want to use a circle one. But your draw knife works really well as a scraper too. And remember, you still have to follow the grain patterns. So on this piece, this side I scrape this way. Now I'm not using it like a draw knife, I'm using it like a scraper. Straight up and down and scraping. So this side you can scrape this direction. And then there's a knot right here, and sometimes knots you got to scrape around different directions. And then on this side I got to go this way. And basically, I made it kind of like a square, a cube all the way down, or a big long cubical shape. And now I'm taking that out of there and I'm making it rounded, and that's what I'm doing to reduce the weight. And it seems to be working. And don't forget to round your edges of your sapwood. Because if you don't, what will happen is it leaves a sharp spot. You don't want any sharp spots on your bow. You want everything to be kind of smooth to the touch. This is very, very meticulous work. And once you get it down to this point, you're in no hurry. If you start to speed up, you'll ruin the whole bow. You've worked very hard to get it to this point where it is right now. The last thing you want to do is rush and ruin it. And trust me, it's hard for me to not rush. Rush is my last name. I know, that wasn't very funny. Keep that rounded going. And see, there's a spot up here, we call them feathers. And feathers, see these areas in the grain that kind of circle up? Up here at the top's a really good example. See that feathering? Well, if it feathers the other direction, there's a really good example for feathering. But if it feathers like this way, then you want to go that way. Like with this circle, I'm going to have to scrape that way right there and this way right there. Oh, did you see that? It's, yeah, this way, right here. But right here, just above it, I got to go down. So it's really a pain in the butt. But, okay, so I got this side reduced quite a bit. Now I'm going to throw it back on the tillering tree. And I'll show you how I do that too. So there's the tiller. So what I do is I put a tillering string on, which is a string that's bigger than the proper size for this bow. I like to have my tillering string just a little loose on the bow, but not ridiculous, you know. Let me round off these sapwood edges. Hang on. And like I said, there's no race. And being that this bow is for my dad's a master carpenter. So he's going to pay a lot of attention to my details. So I can't just make him a shit bow. It's got to be top notch. Besides the fact that he's my dad and I want to do a good job. This was supposed to be a piece of yew that could not be made into a bow. Dave did tell me from Medicine Bow Woods, he did tell me that if I tried really hard, I may be able to get a bow out of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying really hard. Alright, now that I've got all that sapwood rounded off, let's go ahead and throw it on the tillering tree. So you take your tillering string. Now I got the limbs memorized because of knots. This one has a knot right towards the tip. So this is A and this is B. So I've been working on A because B was bending more than A. So I'm going to put A on the right hand side. Now you want to work your limbs. Don't just put it on the tillering tree, bend it and look at it, because you're not going to get a true reading. You want to work them. I do it 20 times. I'm going to pull it down to 22. I also slowly but surely go further and further in inches. So now it's down to 22. Before it was at, I don't know, it started at like 14. So here's the bow on the tillering tree. And what I'm looking for, well, up to this point I was just trying to get them to bend even as each other. They're getting a lot closer. Limb A, or the right limb, wasn't bending very fastly. It wasn't bending as much as limb B. But it's getting a lot closer now. So I can actually start checking out the tiller itself. And what you're looking for in tiller is any flat spots or hinges in this curve. So what I do is I'll step back a few feet, about where the camera is, and I'll look and I'll take a pencil and I'll step back here. It's really just eyeballing. And that's actually looking pretty good. Let me see, I could probably take a little bit off from here to here. And then maybe here, all the way up. This whole area. And then on this other limb, I'd say not too bad. spot right here. And a spot right here. But the rest of it looks pretty good. Alright, so now I take it off. Oh, one more thing before I take it off. I know I said that this is going to be a stiff handle bow, and it will be. But a stiff handle English longbow should still bend slightly in the handle. So it's not full compass, but it does bend in the handle, just not as much as a full compass bow. So I just wanted to show you that. So now I'll pop it off the tillering tree. Leave this guy here. Alright. And then I'll set everything back up so you can see what I'm doing. Make sure I'm in the camera here. Alright. So now we got limb A and my pencil markings. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. Right here, this all pencil marked up. What I do is I know that those pencil markings are where I have more wood that I need to remove. So I'll remove those first, and then I'm going to do long scrapes. 5 of them. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 6. 5, 6. That way we get that rounded pattern. And with this one, I'm going to remove these 2 little pencil spots, and then I'm going to do 6 rounded scrapes. Just to remove weight. Because I have the desired shape I would like. Then I'm going to put it back on the tillering tree, see how it's bending, and then I'm going to start working on the handle. Because the handle bends too. And I'm going to remove some wood from this handle to make it easier to hold. Once I do that, it's going to lose a little more weight and it's going to bend a little more even yet. So, we'll start with limb A. Put it in the dumb head. And use this just like a scraper. I'm going to remove the pencil lines. And you'll feel it. I was just scraping the wrong way. And I was like, something's wrong. Oh yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Because you can feel it. It tells you, hey, I'm not supposed to be being scraped that direction. Once you figure out how to be a bowyer, the wood kind of talks to you. It tells you what you're supposed to be doing. You just know how to listen. Then we'll move it down. There's a knot there. Knots can give you problems. A lot of people are scared of knots. They don't even want knots in their wood. I don't mind it. It does give you more, problems, but wood has knots in it. You just got to learn to deal with that. There's that pencil removed. And it's got one more spot up here at the top to remove some pencil marks. And you'll notice I'm flipping the draw knife around. That's because there's a beveled edge. And one way it doesn't scrape very much off, and the other way it does. So, there's no real explanation on that. You got to feel that out for yourself. Now that I've got it, the pencil markings drawn, taken off where I wanted them. Now I'm going to do the 6 scrapes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip it around. Do the same thing. Remove the pencil marks. Alright, now do the 6 scrapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to give 7, 8, 9. And the reason for that is this one I didn't round out as good, and I really need to. So with this one I'm going to have to break my rule here. Because this will be rounded more. Kind of still cubey. Alright, now we're going to throw it back in the Tillering tree. Limb A, limb B. Let's have a look at it. Move you so you can see the Tillering tree. I'm sorry about that. I'm not used to filming every bit of this, so. But I really got to show you guys this. And we're getting kind of long here, so I'm going to have to cut you guys off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, that's it down to the 22 mark. It's good. Let's go for 25 inches. Okay, we're at 26 or 24. 24 inches. And it looks like it's bending pretty damn good. I really don't see any bad spots. I do see a stiff area from here up. But besides that, and it's very minute stiff, besides that it's bending just like I want it to. Alright guys, next step is to take those little bit the stiff areas out and then start working on the handle. I'm Jesse Rush from Flinga Bows. We're almost done here.